Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Scott Road RC SL Supersonic cycling shoes. Scott's Supersonic collection was developed with one thing in mind, pure race speed. The collection includes a number of Scott's top-of-the-line road bikes as well as accessories. And in this review we'll be looking at the road cycling shoes, the RC SL, which are part of that collection. Now in terms of packaging, it's really simple. You have a black cardboard box, basic branding on top. We have the Euro 44 variation. It's only in one color, the Supersonic edition, and it's the men's option. They also have a mountain biking variation. Now, I'll go ahead and take it out of the box and go over the specs. Retail price on this is $499.95, so very premium price. It has this beautiful Supersonic color scheme that fades between violet and purple, and that matches all the other bikes and accessories. It has a Carbitex upper construction, so this is actually a carbon fiber weave. So really lightweight, super durable, and it's comfortable, yet has no stretch in certain directions. So something that really gives you that upper hand when you're cycling. It has a full carbon base. This is their HMX carbon design, and this is a 10 out of 10 stiffness index, so the stiffest shoes Scott actually sells currently. It has dual BOA IP-1 dials on here as well. So you have full adjustment. So micro adjustments both directions, pull to do a quick release. You also have their ErgoLogic removable insoles. So it has a different arch support option in here, as well as a metatarsal button. So a really nice custom fit. It's compatible with 3 cleat designs. And as I mentioned, they do have a mountain biking version with very similar design, but different sole. In terms of what comes in the box, you get the shoes, and you also get a little travel bag, which is nice to have. So Scott branded, so a great way to store the shoes or travel with them. You get a basic tag with a little information about Scott. You get these kind of interesting stickers you're supposed to put on the sole, and I guess that's just to cover up where the cleat actually is, but it just seems like stickers, so I don't know if you have a comment. Yeah, please leave a comment if you have more information on that. And otherwise, yeah, pretty simple. Anti-mold chip. And that's about it. Now let's take a look at the weight of the shoes. Again, these are the Euro 44 without cleats attached. The right shoe comes in at 268, so quite light. These aren't actually the lightest shoes on the market anymore. Specialized and other companies have kind of taken that. The left shoe is 268, but still very competitive, especially at the Euro 44 size. So now let's take a closer look at the fit and finish of the Scott RC SL shoes. Now, especially in the Supersonic color, these things are really beautiful. You have this purple to violet fade from front to rear, and it's all the way down to the base, so really well executed, and they definitely stand out. The other thing is that not only do these shoes have carbon fiber base with the 10 stiffness index, but they also have carbon fiber on top. So a really unique construction here. This is from a company called Carbitex. So it's a carbon fiber weave, very flexible, super lightweight, and really perfect application for cycling where you want durability with lightweight and no stretch. So depending on the direction of the weave, this will actually not stretch at all, but still provides enough comfort to really accommodate your feet. So a really nice feature, and that keeps the weight of the shoes really low and helps with power transfer. In terms of branding, really simple. You just have Scott here on the side with the logo. Scott written on the outer heel. Carbitex written here, and then the BOA. These are IP-1 dials, so dual direction. And then they pop out for full release. Really nicely designed, so you have enough micro adjustments to really dial in the fit from the bottom all the way to the top. You have a standard tongue design where the real dials actually run through, and perforations. Now you'll note that the Carbitex material is really strong, but doesn't provide any ventilation. That's why the rest of the structure is actually this weave, and you can see almost nearly transparent. That extends all the way down to the front as well, so provides really nice ventilation on all the other sections of the shoe. The base of the shoe has your standard heel-toe pads. They don't appear to be replaceable, which is one downside. It's really nice to have these replaceable, so over time you can keep using the shoes. You have this nice little indentation here to really provide a lot of strength and really reduce flex. It's a 3-bolt configuration, but again, you can get the mountain bike conversion. And you can see this little glossy, little rough finish here to really hold it clean in place. You have a well-placed little vent here that really funnels the air down to your foot. And what's really nice about this, they even finished the sole in that same color fade. So nice detail. You have nice soft fabric near the top. And then here is really soft as well, so it won't hit your ankle. And both shoes are really nicely designed, symmetric design with the Scott on the outer side and then RC on the inner. Now if we take a look at the insole on here, being an expensive shoe, you get really nice insoles. So much more premium than your standard molded foam design. It's ventilated here, you can see all the way through with these little perforations. You get the arch support, which is something you see in something like the S-PHYRE as well. So a Velcro attachment, you can purchase different ones. This is the medium arch. You only get the medium with the packaging, but again, you can buy them externally. They also have this metatarsal button, which is a really nice feature that I haven't actually seen in the S-PHYRE. So this is your metatarsal, and this is a really nice feature. It really helps you have comfort, and you can custom fit this by, again, changing the arch support and that metatarsal button with different thicknesses. And you can see a nice wraparound design that really keeps your feet in place and really comfortable so you don't feel the seams of the shoe. Now let's take a closer look at the Carbitex CX6 material that Scott has used in the upper surface of the shoe. What's really impressive about this is a flexible carbon fiber textile. We have a little sample here, and you can see it has that beautiful carbon fiber weave, yet still has a nice flexibility and durability that carbon fiber is known for. It has one of the strongest textiles available in the commercial market, and that means there's no stretch, so under constant load, it retains its form. Super lightweight, so you reduce the bulk that traditional shoes will have. Yet you get that strength and durability that carbon fiber is known for. What that means with these shoes is you get direct power transfer, and whether you're doing a 20-minute ride or a 6-hour ride, the shoes aren't going to stretch over with constant load, so you can really get the power down and still reduce the weight of the shoe. Now let's take a look at the shoes on the road. The Supersonic color scheme is very distinctive. You can see it has that color fade from the front to the rear, so it's definitely more distinct than a lot of the white and black shoes on the market. We also like the minimal branding. You only have Scott on the side and a Scott logo on the front. What stands out here is the carbon fiber Carbitex material in the center. Especially in the sun, that weave really shines and gives the shoes a very unique appearance. In terms of the fit, they're very similar to Shimano shoes. You have a wide toe box, they're very comfortable, and even though it's a carbon fiber material, it's also very flexible, so you can really tune the fit using the dual dial systems. In terms of performance, we were impressed. They're very stiff, yet still very comfortable. So if you're doing a long ride or a short ride, you can really get the power transfer down and not feel the discomfort at the cleat. Also with the ErgoLogic insoles, you can tune the arch support to really match your anatomy. So it provides a lot of comfort. So we found these shoes to be really stiff and one of the best shoes we've actually ridden with, although that does come at the price premium. So now let's do a quick comparison So now let's compare the RC SL with other shoes on the market. Now at $500, these are obviously very premium priced. So you might be asking yourself, what do you get compared to a budget shoe? So this is the Bont Motion, $100 shoe that we recently reviewed. And you can see the big difference is both the styling. The RC SL is obviously much prettier. You get dual BOA dials versus the 3 Velcros. But obviously being a $100 shoe, you wouldn't expect BOA dials. You get a more ergonomic fit with the Bont, but it's a fiberglass sole versus the full carbon fiber of the Scott. So the Scott is stiffer, even though we're really impressed with the Bont Motion. As you go up in the price range, you can buy shoes like the FLR, which have an A-top dial. It's about $130. Knit upper, so you don't get the nice carbon fiber Carbitex upper designed for that extra performance and lightweight. Much lighter shoe as well. And compared to budget shoes, which have nylon or fiberglass, as in the case of Bont, you get a much stiffer carbon fiber sole with the Scott. And again, styling-wise, they're really beautiful to look at with the Scott. Now, once you start going to $400, you really can get some premium shoes like other Bont shoes. We have the Vaypor S here. It's a retro reflective finish, so in the sun, this actually reflect the light. So a really cool way to have better visibility. You get a carbon fiber moldable sole on the Bont. So really cool, you can get a custom fit right out of the box by just throwing it in your oven. Replaceable heel and toe pads, which you don't get with the Scott. It's less pretty, obviously, than the Scott design because of the wider anatomical shape. But otherwise, very functional. Dual BOA dials, as with the Scott. And at $425, not particularly cheap either. I would say it's really a difference between form and function. The Scott RC SL stiff and comfortable, while the Vaypor gives it a more custom fit. Probably the best comparison to do here is the Shimano S-PHYRE RC902 shoes, which we recently reviewed as well. It's a beautiful S-PHYRE blue Shimano color. So it's almost an iridescent finish. It has the newer BOA Li2 dials versus the BOA IP-1 dials on the Scott SL. Again, they're both really beautiful shoes. You have similar integrated sole design, so really functional, high performance. Now let's go over the scorecard for the Road RC SL shoes. We're going to grade on 4 different categories: design, closures, comfort, and value. Design, we'd give it an A. The Supersonic gradient color scheme has a very distinct style to it and looks fast even when you're standing still. Closures would also give it an A. The dual IP-1 dials provide micro adjustments in both directions, and with the dual zone design, you can really tune the fit to match your anatomy. Comfort is also an A. Despite the very stiff sole, they're stiff and responsive, so they're comfortable on short or long rides, and we really like the ergologic insoles that provide a custom-like fit. Now value-wise, that's a B+ at $500. Can't get around the fact that these are one of the most expensive shoes on the market, and they lack the heat moldable carbon soles that some other shoes offer, or the custom nature of Bont shoes at similar prices. That said, these are really great shoes. They're high performance, and if you can afford them, they're going to be one of the best shoes you own. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.